Hi everyone, I'm back again. This is my second webinar now. My name is Jessica Sun. I am the CEO of Kids Are Scientists 2. And today I'm going to be talking about how to contact elementary schools. All right, let's see if the PowerPoint works this time. This is going to be a fairly short webinar as there's not too much substance necessarily to how to do this, even though it is extremely important to do it correctly. Yeah, okay. So the PowerPoint, for some reason for me, my screen share just doesn't work. I should have figured it out by now, but I haven't. So I said I made the Google Drive folder specifically for KAST Webinars, where all the KAST Webinar leaders can upload their PowerPoints public. So if you have the link, which will be on our YouTube channel, you can view all the PowerPoints related to all of the different webinars. So this fairly short PowerPoint will also be up there on that link. It'll be in the description after this video is done. Okay, so contacting elementary schools. So first, your timeline. So the time you want to start contacting elementary schools, if it is for the first time or even when you're returning, is early to mid-August for Virginia schools at least. I'm pretty sure Maryland's pretty similar. Not too confident about other states in the U.S., but just like a few weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 4 weeks before your elementary schools start class, you'll want to start contacting them. So an issue many people face is that they don't get enough responses. Or don't not get any response, like a lack of response. So if you have no response from your first email, follow up 3 days, in 3 days, with another email if you have a response in 3 days. And if 3 days after that, you get no email back, call them. Just give them a call the main office, tell them your situation, talk about KAST, answer the questions they have, stuff like that. If you call them and they say they'll follow up with you and then they never follow up with you, like let's say within a week, then you visit the elementary school in person. This is why we have you start contacting them so early in advance, because that way you can still have time to do all of these things and follow up in time. Okay, so when you visit the elementary school in person, you should bring the sponsor starter document. The sponsor starter document is a document similar to the starter packet, but specifically for administrators, for principals, for teacher sponsors, stuff like that. Okay, so next we have the template email. The template email is also given to you guys. It should be in a tiny URL link. It goes like, dear principal, my name is blah. I am with Kids Are Scientists 2. This is what KAST is. This is our promo video. These are our websites. This is more specifically what KAST does within 2 sentences about our curriculum, and if you're interested, who to contact. It's basically our template email, and it's been pretty effective. It's worked pretty well. Yeah, it's like I said, I put the exact word by word template email in my PowerPoint, but you can view it on the tiny URL, a link that your director should have or something. If not, you can just write a new one. It doesn't take too long. Just have those guidelines I just said before in the email. All right, so for the in-person meeting, you're going to want to dress professionally. So whether you were invited for a meeting by an email or following up on an email you sent when you visit elementary school, it is important to put forward your most professional face. So you want business casual or business professional, either one of those. You don't want to go in casual. You don't want to have like a hoodie and sneakers. That is not what you want, how you want to represent KAST. So for boys, wear a dress shirt, no sneakers, and no loud patterns. For girls, you want to wear a shirt or a blouse, a dress pants or a skirt, and pumps or flats. Those are all good. Like I said, this is in the PowerPoint that you can view later, so don't worry too much if you don't memorize or whatever I'm saying right now. Okay, lastly, we have the sponsor starter document. The sponsor starter document is a 5 or 6 page long document that tells the sponsors everything they would need to know. We try to guess what kind of questions they would have, and we answer them in a document in this nice, pretty PDF. So when you give it to them, print it in color to give them a hard copy. Just go to Kinko's or something if you need to print in color. Be very familiar with the document. Don't give them a document if you don't know what's on there. So read it through very carefully, and while you're reading it, think of questions you would have as a principal or a teacher and get the answers to them. ask your president, ask me, ask anybody. I'm sure someone will help you answer those questions that you think they would have. In addition, do all your background research ahead of time about KAST. Don't wait until the last minute. Just go through our website, like scour everything, try to read as much as you can. And make sure the point of doing that is so that you're able to answer any questions they have on the spot. However, sometimes that's just not possible. Sometimes you can't do what they would want to ask. So if you don't know the answer to a question, tell them you'll go back to them within 24 hours through email or by calling or however they prefer. Okay, like I said, this is a pretty short webinar. That's actually right about it, because that's how you contact elementary schools. That's how you open dialogue and discussion. So yeah, all right. Thank you for coming. Thank you for viewing this. I'm Jessica. I am CEO. And it was a pleasure doing this. Well, I'll probably be back in 2 weeks. There will be no webinars next weekend because it's July 4th, but there'll be another 2 webinars the weekend afterwards. Like I said, sorry about that. Like I said, these videos will be up on the Google. The PowerPoints associated with these webinars will be up on our YouTube channel in the descriptions with a link to the Google Drive. I'll also post this on our KAST Facebook page. All right. Thank you for coming. Have a great day, guys.